have to make sure that people do understand why we are changing the way of life, why we are changing the organization of countries, why we are changing the industries.
It's now the moment that everybody considers the evolution of the economy much more seriously. Until now, probably most countries, most businesses, most local authorities have thought about the low carbon economy like an incremental movement, whereas with this report we see we have to act very rapidly in a deep transformation. And I think this is a very big and interesting challenge for Indian economy and the businesses.
So on the one hand, I think there is a very clear message to the business community that this is a serious issue, that people care about it, that politicians want to take it seriously, but not so clear is how. So that means that in rather vague circumstances, political leaders and business leaders need to determine how they can align action to address climate change with business models that make sense.
In India, our view is that this is a significant opportunity because the size of the Indian market is so large, and because the Indian economy is growing so fast, and because India has a track record of developing services and IT, we believe there's a fantastic opportunity here for Indian businesses to take advantage of this movement that's going to take place into new technologies and new climate smart industries.
In countries like India, all these problems could be seen. There are problems of hunger, there are problems of accessing the energy, there are problems of eradicating poverty. And the transition that we are now discussing, the transition that is already taking off, we must not wait until 2020, 2021. It has to be done from now on. This transition of industries, this transition of economies, and this transition of human minds that could only be shaped through education programs, through proper communication, through raising awareness.
In order to meet 2 degrees, we have to be zero carbon in the energy sector globally by 2050. That means that there are going to be steps to get out of coal, to phase down coal, to move into renewables. We're going to have cement that is much lower carbon emitting, a range of opportunities. And we already see businesses here in India, like Dalmia Cement, that is already changing their business model in order to climate-proof their business in the future.
So the zero carbon industry is now the horizon in which the Indian economy should look for, and particularly the businesses. So, and I think it's interesting, we see, of course, companies like Mahindra Group or others, or Tata Group, that are thinking in the same line. So I think it's really, if I would say so, go from an incremental perspective to a transformational perspective.
Fortunately, India has many powerful examples, and Mahindra has said he will take his whole group to zero carbon by 2040. Tatas are moving very strongly in this direction. Many of the high-tech companies of Bangalore and elsewhere also. So there is strong change in India, there is strong leadership, but these are actions that have to be taken very urgently, and those who miss out, who don't see the urgency, are going to be left behind, and they'll find that their assets are stranded.
Business leaders recognizing that governments are getting serious about climate policy and seeking to develop new business models, new value propositions that align themselves with more ambitious action on climate change.
It's a tremendous opportunity for the leaders, for those who blaze the trail, and those who are laggards will actually do badly. So these are areas where very powerful returns can be made by looking ahead and investing carefully.
To summarize, I think there's 2 sets of opportunities. One is those where firms can develop new business because of the move to a low climate economy, and secondly, those that might be threatened, who need to start taking action now to adjust to the world that will be there in the future.